Hello, good afternoon students. In today's class, we have discussed the concept of rotating magnetic field or revolving magnetic field. It is already well known fact when three-phase stator windings is given to three-phase AC supply, three stator currents will flow because three-phase induction motor consists three stator windings which produces a rotating magnetic field. This we have to see very clearly with respective vector diagrams. So, when the stator winding is given to three-phase AC supply, three stator current will flow. Let us consider IR, IY, IB be the three stator currents. They are having a phase difference of 120 degree. The three-phase currents have been shown IR equal to Im sin omega t, Iy equal to Im sin omega t minus 120 degree, Ib equal to Im sin omega t minus 240 degree. That shows mathematical representation. This clearly shows that each one have a phase difference of 120 degree. Each current produces its magnetic field because three stator currents are there. Hence, effect of all three stator currents, three fluxes have been produced that you can consider phi r, phi y, phi b respective fluxes of the stator currents of IR, IY, IB. These respective fluxes will shift the position continuously with respect to time. So, let phi t be the resultant flux or total magnetic flux. Now we can consider A dash is one coil, B dash is another coil, C dash is another coil. That means it is connected in delta. The stator windings are connected in delta. This delta connected three-phase induction motor is connected to three-phase AC supply RYB lines as shown in above figure. So, this will draw three stator currents IR, IY, IB. These three stator currents will produce the flux phi r, phi y, phi b which are having a phase difference of 120 degree. And one more side diagram shows RYB, that is the fluxes phi r, phi y, phi b. All these fluxes have been placed with a phase difference of 120 degree. So, we have to consider different instants of the time in a cycle. You see there from the graph of flux versus theta or time angle. So, when theta equal to 0, what happens? For example, you see there when theta equal to 0, from the diagram it is very clearly visible. Flux phi r is 0, correct sir? Flux phi y is negative, flux phi b is positive. In this manner, we have to take all three flux details, but one of the flux remains 0. Then effect of plus phi b flux, effect of minus phi y flux, total resultant flux is developed. That we have to observe at the different instants of the time. Let us consider 4 instants of the time: theta equal to 0, theta equal to 60 degree, theta equal to 120 degree, theta equal to 180 degree. Consider first instant of the time when theta equal to 0. At this instant, the flux phi r is 0, the flux phi b is positive, the flux phi y is negative. The angle between these two fluxes phi b and minus phi y is 60 degree. Factor sum of these two construct a parallelogram that will give total resultant flux phi t. Phi t is resultant flux. So, one flux is positive, phi b is positive, phi b value is given by root 3 times of phi m, and phi y is negative, phi y equal to minus root 3 by 2 phi m. Hence, resultant flux of these two phi 2 equal to 2 into root 3 by 2 phi m into cos of 60 by 2. So we are going to get this value as 3 by 2 phi m, or you can call 1.5 times of phi m. You call the equation number 1. When theta equal to 60 degree, at this instant you can see there flux phi b is 0, flux phi r is positive, flux phi y is negative. It is also observed from the three fluxes phi r, phi v, phi b diagram. So let phi r equal to root 3 by 2 phi m, phi y equal to negative minus 3 by 2 phi m. Again angle between these two fluxes is 60 degree. So resultant fluxes again become same, 3 by 2 phi m or 1.5 times of phi m. You call the equation number 2. The resultant flux phi t equal to 3 by 2 phi m, which has the same magnitude 1. It is very important point. Previous also phi t equal to 3 by 2 phi m. Now phi t also becomes 1.5 phi m. So this shows that the magnitude of resultant flux remains same, but now it is shifted through an angle of 60 degree. When theta equal to 120 degree, at that instant the flux phi y becomes 0. It is also observed from the waveform diagram. Flux phi r is positive, flux phi b is negative. So the flux phi r equal to root 3 by 2 phi m, and flux phi b minus value, it should be equal to minus root 3 by 2 phi m. Hence resultant flux becomes phi t equal to 2 into root 3 by 2 phi m cos of 30 degree, that is 60 by 2. So once again total flux, resultant flux becomes 3 by 2 phi m. So from this one it is observed that again resultant flux of the constant magnitude, but it shifts the clockwise through an angle of 60 degree. Next you consider fourth condition, when theta equal to 180 degree. At this condition the flux phi r is 0, the flux phi y is positive, flux phi b is negative. Phi y equal to root 3 by 2 phi m, phi b equal to minus root 3 by 2 phi m. Again the resultant flux becomes phi t equal to 3 by 2 phi m. You can give the equation number 4. From above concept or from above discussion, it is clear that when the three-phase stator windings are given to the three-phase AC supply, three fluxes have been produced from three respective stator currents. One resultant flux of phi t produces, it continuously shifts its position with constant magnitude. Phi t remains same at the different instants of the time, but it continuously shifts very faster with respect to time in one cycle. Hence it is called as rotating magnetic flux, rotating magnetic field. Just it looks like one pair of north and south poles are rotating. Hence this concept is termed as rotating magnetic field or revolving magnetic field concept. Sir, try to understand. This rotating magnetic field rotates with a speed of synchronous speed, that is ns equal to 120 f by p. If question comes with a vector diagram, explain the rotating magnetic field concept and show that the resultant flux remains the same, means you have to draw all these 4 vector diagrams and go on making small derivation and show that phi t remains constant. So thank you to one and all.